Silent Men. Christmas carols time and barrels time too. Kareem Constantine recently shipped 17 barrels of essentials to Jamaica with the intention to make a difference in his community. And clearly, 17 barrels later, he would have done that. Kareem joins us this morning from Toronto in Canada. What's up, Kareem?
Hi, Simone. Morning.
Happy holidays.
Same to you.
Oh gosh, your million-year wish has come true, right? Here you are sitting on Smile Jamaica. It's good to have you.
Thank you.
All right, so Kareem, this is really a fantastic initiative. We're going to talk a little bit about your community and so on, but you've been philanthropically led for a little while now. It started when you were on campus. Tell us about how you got into this kind of giving.
To be honest, it started long before that, but yes, on campus. So when I was a student at UE, at the end of my first year, we were all moving off hall, and I realized something strange. People were just leaving food, throwing good stuff out, and I just thought it's wrong. Because there's so many people who would do well with these. It's perfectly good stuff, small appliances and packaged food that hasn't been touched. And so I decided I'd do something about it. And I just started walking around to the different flats and just asking students, if you don't mind, I'll take the stuff. And everyone was supportive. And before you know it, I had bags and boxes of items on my flat. Mm-hmm. And that's where it started.
Mm-hmm. You got a call from someone at the Guild office who asked for help for a family in Vineyard Town, 4 mothers who had like 9 children and they had lost everything in a fire, I think.
Yes.
You were able to really help them out.
Yes, that was the first, those were the first recipients.
Yeah.
So news had spread to the Guild office. She was the Guild secretary at the time, the Guild office secretary. And she sent a message asking me to come visit her. And when I went to the office, yes, that's the picture. She said to me, there's a family in her community, they lost everything. I think the only thing they were able to save was the base of a bed. Mm-hmm. And she asked me if I could help them. But at that time, I had no one in mind to give the stuff to. So I said, sure. And we just loaded everything up and gave it all to them.
Jesus, God bless you. I mean, this is an amazing thing that you're doing. Tell me about Dawn Constantine and how she has played a role in what it is you're doing now.
My mom. So my mom raised 3 boys. She raised 3 boys, and I mean, she just wanted what was best for us, and she tried to instill in us the values that any mother would want for their kids. But I grew up in my mother's grocery store, and I think she was kind to a fault, sometimes beyond what I would wish for her to do. But I just grew up seeing her always giving, always being kind. And I guess I just followed in her footsteps.
It's in your DNA. You could not outrun it. And so fast forward to 2020. Here we are now, where you launched a GoFundMe campaign, raised over 5,000 Canadian dollars, and 17 barrels later, here we are. So how difficult was it? 1. 2, what have you been able to assemble in those baskets and barrels, and where have they gone to?
Okay, so the whole GoFundMe came out of the pandemic and an effort to limit contact with the donors.
Wow.
My friends and I were taking the stuff from the basement where I live. So I think initially the hardest part was getting the word out. So I relied heavily on my friends and family to share the GoFundMe, because at first people were asking me, how can I donate, how can I donate, and including people who were not in Canada. And so I decided, why not just start the GoFundMe? But then after I started the GoFundMe, the difficulty was getting people to buy in and share the campaign. And it's the truth is, there are a lot of people who have these kind of fundraising platforms, and it's not for the right reasons. And so to get people to believe that this is actually, that your money will actually go to what you want it to do, that was initially the hard part. But then after the momentum kicked in, it wasn't that hard to get the money. But then I live in a small apartment, and
17 barrels in that apartment can be easy. Like, where was you sleeping, Kareem? Because I know you had barrels in your bedroom.
At some point, the bed was the only space I had, and just a little track to walk out the apartment.
Wow.
But I just told myself it was for a good cause.
Yeah, that is success, my friend. So you've come to the aid of charities, fire victims, missionaries of the poor, mustard seed communities. God bless you for this good work, and that you could have encouraged people in this time of austerity. For most, they don't really have anything much to give, but it shows you that people are still inherently at their core, many of us still good, still want to help others even when many of us don't have ourselves. How do you feel? I know philanthropists don't usually like dwell on me, but how do you feel when you look at these pictures and you see these barrels and you know how many lives are going to be changed by this? We have to go, but tell me how you feel when you look at this.
I'm so happy you said philanthropists don't like to dwell on me, because trust me, this is difficult, but it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling of accomplishment. But every time someone says to me, good job, I keep telling them I'm just a person in the middle. I owe everything to my team of friends, and especially the donors.
Yeah.
Especially those that actually believed in what I was doing, because I got donations from strangers, people I've never met. My largest donor is someone I've never met before. So I think I just owe everything to them. I'm just grateful and thankful that people believed in what I'm doing, and I'm able to help other people with that.
Well, thank you to the donors, but of course we have to thank you, Kareem, because if you weren't the catalyst, then nobody would have given anything. So you won't pat yourself on the back, so we'll do it for you. Thank you. Your community in Clarendon will be blessed by these 17 barrels. You'll change a lot of lives this Christmas. And we thank you for stopping in this morning and sharing with us. Thank you so much, Kareem.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, good to talk to you. Philanthropist, a Jamaican far away from home, but his heart is clearly still here, and he's invested in making his community and our nation better. Kareem Constantine is his name, and that is our discussion with him. While we head to break, we will be back with more on Smile Jamaica. Please stay with us.